Michelle getting on bus with you?
What, you go back to school? Yeah, that'd work.
You shouldn't have to listen to him going on with himself.
He's all right.
Hey, Katie, what do I get if you get 100% on that maths that I did for you?
A smack in the mouth if you try anything.
Andy. Oh, isn't he gorgeous?
Butler?
Yeah, he's nicer than you.
Yeah, he's really sweet.
What do you mean? Well, why don't you ask him out?
She'd be wasting her breath.
Why?
Go on, ask Andy.
What are you going on about?
Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of, is it, Andy? Being gay?
Oh, he's not gay, is he?
No, he's not. Bus is here. See you later.
See you.
Hey, you two make a lovely couple.
Shadrach, shift yourself.
Where's the fire?
Oh, come on. Folks will be wanting their breakfast.
I'll have man in bed.
Oh, no, you will not. If the sight of you don't put them off, the stink will.
What stink?
You rammy.
I'll be all right. What's that pong? It's a pig come in and died overnight. Oh, no, forgot it's you.
All right, fair dues. When you're a lonely old soul, maybe you do neglect what I call personal hygiene.
You need a tub.
I do.
Because you're not turning up at Ezra's in that state.
Ezra?
Yeah, Ezra, who you were going to stay with.
Oh, right. Have you got any soap?
Of course we have.
Hey! He's not going in our bath.
Why?
Because, you festering old swine, we'd never shift the scum line.
Huh.
Right, early. What's the matter? Did the Dingles give Debbie a hard time yesterday?
The opposite. She loved it. I know what you must be thinking. You're not surprised. That's where she belongs.
Of course not. Debbie's your daughter. You don't think I know what that means? But she's also Kane's daughter.
And don't you think I know what that means?
It isn't something you can keep from Chris. A secret like that's like a cancer in a family. I know.
Yeah, me too.
Well, then, for goodness sake, tell him. He's your husband. He has a right to know.
Well, it's not going to stay a secret for much longer. Shadrach knows.
How?
Somehow, in his drink-sodden state, even he managed to put two and two together. And I can't see him keeping his gob shut.
Well, it's irrelevant.
Not to me, it isn't.
It's irrelevant because your relationship with Chris should not depend on what Shadrach does. Chris is prepared to commit to Debbie, and he's doing it for you. You have to be absolutely straight with him.
And what do you think he'll do, eh?
Charity, isn't it more important what you do?
It's not right. Hey, that's washing up liquid. Haven't you got any bubble bath?
Sheep dip would be more like it.
Huh, get in.
It's not dignified.
I always chuck you in and hold you under.
Hey, come on, quick, there's a car coming.
The water's grey already.
What on earth is going on?
Shadrach's having his annual bath.
Well, surely you must have some private facilities in that medieval rat pit of yours.
Oh, do you mind?
Hey, I'm bad.
I can see their point. I'm just glad I'm not accompanied by an important client or some dignitaries. Come on, Lisa, we've got work to do.
Here, you don't fancy giving me a scene too with me loofah, do you, Lisa?
No.
Right, Kate, get us that towel. Come on, be sharp, lad. It's taters in here. Oh, you great Nelly, what you doing that for?
Yeah, well, take your chances with them, eh?
Hey, Rover, come here. Rover, hand it over. Rover.
This pie's a bit cold, Alan. Well, I'll sort that out for you. I'm afraid the kitchen staff aren't on top form today.
What do you reckon to them Japanese, Mr. Scully?
Which Japanese?
In Japan?
Contemporary Japan, Sam, is the heir to a great civilization. A race who boasts a proud and highly distinctive culture.
Five chips and peas.
Hmm? Oh, it's you. It's you.
I thought you were dead.
Only from the neck up.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
I hope you're not taking advantage because Diane isn't here.
Would I do that to you, Alan?
You are not doing much of anything at the
I
moment.
must still be jet lagged. I need some sleep.
Not on the job, old boy. And Jarvis would appreciate a hot pie.
Ow!
Culture of extremes indeed. A fearsome samurai on one hand, to delightful geisha girls on t'other.
Geisha girls? What are they?
You don't want to fill your head with that sort of thing.
There's only one thing's filling my head.
Got a problem then?
Yeah.
You know what they say?
Who?
The problem shared is a...
Do they eat tortoise?
Who?
The Japanese.
Do they thump? Sushi, yes, raw fish.
But not raw tortoise?
No.
And not cooked either?
I worry about you, lad.
Everyone does.
I'll take you on an audio tour of Japanese culture and history, and all you do is ask damn silly questions about a tortoise.
So, well, you won't think they were damn silly if you were a tortoise.
I'm all shriveled up like a prune.
You always were.
Still, you can't be a good scrub, can you?
Except you've gone and stuck your stinking rags back on.
Well, I've got no spare duds here, have I? I have to bring some over.
There's no need, is there, because you're going to Ezra's?
Oh, aye, right. Yeah, definitely. In due course. Thought I'd treat you to a pint later.
You're skint. When you came here, you had nout. Then you put money in the pot yesterday. Who've you robbed?
I've got my means.
You cadged it off charity.
Never mind all that. Do you want a pint or what?
Aye. First thing you've ever given me.
Then you and me can have a nice little chat.
Look what some idiots come do here. One of else cows has its tongue sliced clean off with broken glass. Someone got your tongue and all? You barely said a word since we met up. It's not me, is it?
Of course not.
So? It's Marsden, innit? I'd give that lad a right batching if he mouthed off to me like he does to you.
I mean, what difference would it make if I was gay?
Yeah, right. I know you can knock the rumour on the head.
Andy, I'm not getting into a scrap over it.
I'm not saying that. Just go out with a girl. Why not? You're not that ugly.
They're not exactly queuing up.
Well, I know someone who is, Donna.
Now I know you're winding me up.
Don't tell me you hadn't noticed. She fancies you like mad.
She'd be the first one who had.
I'm giving them idle beggars at the visa office another ring.
Wouldn't it be better if you applied yourself to the job at hand?
I'm doing this for Tricia, Alan. Your granddaughter? She's alone and forlorn in a distant land. Probably at this very moment, gazing sadly at the horizon, longing for my return.
Just get a move on, then.
Hey, Alan, I'll send me on that plane going back. Might reverse my jet lag.
I hope something does.
Oh, you joke. All the lines are busy. You're in a queue.
Well, then call back later.
Not on your Nelly. When I've come this far, news that's not bad. And smoke gets in your eyes.
No. I've told you. No way.
Don't be
You're
hard.
not staying.
It's not down to you.
Lisa doesn't want you.
I've had a bath.
Lisa's already told you there's no room. And even if there was, you still couldn't stay.
Doesn't family mean nothing to you?
About as much as it ever meant to you.
Yeah, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I know something about you that'd break your heart.
Oh, aye.
It's not my place.
There is nought you could ever say to me that'd be worth listening to.
How was school? You're not scared of horses, then?
Fighting or nothing, me.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I used to be scared, but once you get dead close up, they're dead gentle, aren't they? Don't hurt a fly, would you?
I'll tell you what I'll do. If you do okay with your riding lessons,
I will.
we'll see about getting a pony for you.
Honest? A real one?
No, one with wheels.
So I could get. Never guess what I'm getting.
What's that then?
Go on your bike then.
I want to see Lisa.
You'll get no change there.
Have you heard back from Japan?
No, Pet.
I ain't never going to see Stella again.
It's a poor show when you think more of a walking brick than you do a human being.
She's got feelings.
So have I.
You're off then, Shadrach?
Yes, he is.
I know when I'm not on.
Well, it's not that. It's space and little Belle.
I'm not a fit person, am I? That's it, isn't it? I'm not thinking any the worse of you.
But give Ezra those regards.
Don't rush back.
One day soon you might need somebody to stand by you. A shoulder to cry on.
I don't cry.
Oh, I feel terrible now.
You just don't want to go spoiling her, that's all.
Yeah, it's compulsory in these parts for all nice young ladies. A pony. Thought you'd be pleased.
I am. It's great. And she definitely is.
But
I'm worried it might all be going a bit too fast.
Zoe's been bending your ear again.
No, not really. She's only looking out for you.
I haven't changed that much. Looking out for me, too. Debbie's happy, makes you happy, which makes me happy. If everything was always this simple.
It's not simple.
Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Her father is not dead.
Not dead? What do you mean he's not dead?
I've always known.
So why have you told me that he was dead?
I didn't think it mattered.
We're talking about adoption.
Yeah, and that's why I'm telling you now.
So you've been lying to me?
Look, I didn't plan any of this, Chris. Do you really think I just expected her to turn up after all these years? And I certainly didn't think you'd want to make her part of the family.
You're making it sound as if somehow I'm to blame.
No, of course I'm not.
Then why bring it up now?
I've got my reasons.
Well, that really isn't good enough, is it? Not when we're talking about the most important decision we're likely to make. Adoption? Why now?
It's Kane.
Kane.
Kane Dingle. He's Debbie's father.
She looks a bit miserable.
She's waiting for someone to take her away from this place.
How do you know it's me?
Told you.
She was smiling at you.
I'm spoken for, aren't I? Go on, my son, just get in there.
What about her mum?
You don't fancy her and all, do you? Just go over and ask her.
Ask her what?
Oh, what is wrong with you? She's only a girl.
All right. Don't laugh if I get knocked back.
I won't laugh. You won't get knocked back.
Come on, tell me how you done with your own work.
Well, all right, first time ever.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Well, what do you want then?
God, which charm score did you go to then?
This time I thought I was really doing the right thing.
You are!
Putting the happiness of a kid I hardly know above mine. Then I find it's my own wife. My own wife I hardly know.
You weren't just thinking about the adoption for Debbie's sake.
I actually thought it would make us more of a family. Oh, she's in on it, is she? Some little scam to hit me for money.
She's a kid!
She's a dingle! Through and through.
Chris, she doesn't know.
I don't believe you. Oh, I must be a total imbecile for taking anything you say at face value. For blithely pressing on while your family of layabouts snigger. Get in there, our charity. Rip the cripple off.
No, Chris, no,
Oh,
no.
then again, I can't really criticise your lot. Even my own sister was bedding you when I thought we were betrothed. Oh, I know, I'm sorry, it's an old-fashioned word. As in believing in loyalty, honesty, love.
I do love you.
You don't know what it means.
Oh, I hope he's all right. You know, if Zach was in trouble, I'd like to think somebody'd help him.
Yeah, well, they would. Because he's not a twisting old git.
You know, all them years you had together, did you not have a few happy memories?
No.
That's terrible, isn't it? A whole childhood stolen.
I know. I was there.
At least it won't happen to Debbie. She'll be well set up at home farm.
Yeah, home farm's all right, very nice. But will it make up for finding out Charity's a mum? And then having Chris Tate as a stepdad? I don't think so.
Debbie seems to like the idea.
Yeah, well, with a bit of luck, she'll lead him on a merry dance. I mean, she's got a bit of fighting, I'll give her that much.
Do you know, that's the first nice thing I've heard you say about anybody.
What the devil do you call this?
2 bits of paper.
This is something to do with you, isn't it?
It's not a ransom demand, is it?
You seen Charity?
Never again, I'll be too soon.
What's the matter? She's told you then.
You knew? Is it just me? Is it just me that makes it all right for people to walk all over me?
I actually thought that you had a right to know.
Oh, how considerate. So how come you didn't tell me?
Because I didn't feel it was my place. I thought that if I said anything, I might make things worse.
How could it be worse?
Look, Zoe wanted me to tell you.
And if she hadn't, would you have told me? Or would you have waited till I overheard it in the wall pack? Or maybe Viv Hope could have triumphantly announced it when I bought some stamps?
And there I am, working after hours, waiting for Trans-Global Business Communications, trying to keep the wheels of economy turning, and I end up being a messenger boy for this clot.
Are you going to show us what's in it, or what?
Have a good mind, I just read it.
Well, you could have done that first off and saved us all some earache.
Oh, blow you I will.
No, don't, Mr. Pollard. It might be a matter of life and death.
Is it about the tortoise?
Raddy tortoise?
Well, would you show it to Sam, please, Eric?
Hey, it's Stella.
Stella?
And another one. Stella and Beckham.
Hey, Sammy, you're Stella's courting.
Hey, just your luck, eh, Sammy? Your tortoise just copped off before you.
Hey, do you reckon they speak the same language?
Oh, yeah. Language of love and that.
Aww.
Better go and tell Debbie. The adoption's off.
No, Chris.
Well, I'm not telling her and being painted the villain. I'm the innocent victim in all this.
Debbie is.
And whose fault is that?
Don't you think I know that, Chris?
Hey, Zoe, I've been looking for you. You know about horses.
I suppose a bit.
Get her. She's a vet. Have they told you I'm getting a horse?
No.
I want to ask you what's the best sort.
Look, Debbie...
I know it's not definite, not till I've done my lessons, so you give me some advice.
Yeah, come on. Your mum and Chris have got some stuff to talk about.
What do you think of this grey spotted one?
Dappled.
Nice, isn't it?
You know this is going to destroy her.
She could have had everything, like you. Still, the chances are she wouldn't have appreciated it.
Right then, are we off, Katie?
Where?
Ali's lending me a book.
What for?
To read? You should try, maybe.
You can give it to her at the bus stop tomorrow.
I thought that you and Stephen might like to be left alone together.
Give it a rest, Ali.
Well, what about the book?
We can wait, OK? It's not that important.
All right, see you tomorrow then.
You told him where to get off, didn't you?
Yeah, no, he doesn't know when to stop sometimes, does he?
Yeah, well, I could have told you that.
I thought Rent-A-Gob would never go. How are you doing?
Me? All right. Are you?
No wonder Dingle smirks every time he sees me.
You're imagining it.
I don't know, not at all. I suppose he's got one up on me.
He doesn't know.
Of course he doesn't.
I never told him. Chris, he never knew he'd got me pregnant.
You mean you've kept it a secret for 13 years?
Yeah?
Why?
Well, I would have thought that was obvious.
Nothing's obvious from where I'm sitting. What I thought was the cast-iron certainty of our relationship. That counts for nothing anymore.
I was wrong and I'm sorry. I made a mistake, Chris, right? A big mistake when I was a kid. I regretted it then and I don't know, I just tried to block it out. You know, it makes me want to be sick even thinking about it. So how could I tell you? But it's happened. And it's all coming home to roost. I don't know, maybe I deserve it. But you and Debbie don't, I know that. I was only 13.
Did you love him?
I was 13, Chris.
I suppose your mum will be in to check on things.
Oh no, she'll be sat with her feet up watching telly. She knows I'm slaving in here. So you needn't worry. We won't be interrupted.
You'll be closing soon.
I'll put the close sign on the door now if you like.
No, it's okay.
It's not true what that Ali says about you, is it?
No. What difference would it make anyway?
None to me. Except I fancy you like mad.
Steady on, old lad. You look as if you could do with some company for the night. Whoa. There, a lot more comfy than that flea pit I had in Otten.
I'm going to tell him. It'll wipe that smirk off his face.
Tell Kane?
Yeah. He has a right to know.
What, tell him he's Debbie's father?
Mm-hmm. Before anybody else does.
And you don't think things are bad enough?
I'm doing it to stay in control. No. To regain the control you lost after you were rather too free with your favours. I'm not going to wait here till he turns up next week or next year making some grand pronouncement.
But Chrissy might never find out.
Well, I'm not going to be wasting my life wondering.
But you know what he's like.
I couldn't care less.
He's a psycho!
Do you think that I've coped with this and achieved all this? That I'm worried about what he might do?
She's not bad, Zoe. I thought she was a bit of a stiff at first, but she's dead cool. She knows loads about horses. Dead excited. Ta. Night. Thanks, it's going to be brilliant.